What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, Jammin with J Money. It's Friday. We're trying to get to some cash, man. It's me and my guy Jordan today. Maybe Junior might pop in the show here later. Got my shirt on today, man. So some people say I was too cool for it, man. I got my shirt on today, and I'm J Money. That's my guy Jordan Sharp. Make sure you guys visit sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out all the articles and NBA content that we have over there. All type of articles and free plays over there for you guys. So make sure you guys go and check us out. I got Jordan as well. Got some articles over there. What's up, Jordan Sharp? Everything good with you, bro?
Yeah, not after that game one, but other than that, things are going pretty good. I think the pole looks pretty sporting on you. You can still see the chains. I'm sure the glasses will still come back here one of these days with the polo. So we're fine with the look here today for the show. But yeah, good God, that game one was a little tough to watch there at times. Knowing that I had a Heat first half and it was looking good for like 6 minutes of that game, and then just things just kind of turned on their head all of a sudden. I don't know. I didn't think I expected the Lakers to just kind of adjust as quick as they did in that game and just absolutely choke out the Heat. I mean, obviously there were some things that went wrong. Bam picking up his second foul there, like two fouls in like back-to-back possessions there in the first quarter when he came back in the game was a little tough because the Heat just lost all their mojo after that, it seemed like, and then the Lakers proceeded to go on that 75-30 run into the second quarter, into the third quarter. So yeah, I mean it's definitely chalking one up to the L. I even took a little bit out on Bam to win Finals MVP. That's dead in the water now that he's not going to play today probably, and Dragic is out. So I'm real interested to see what you and potentially Junior have to say about this game two, because man, things have gone complete 180 since we talked last.
Yeah, things have gone a complete 180, Jordan. I can't say it's there's a bunch of different ways I could go with this, Jordan. It really is. I mean, the last game was pretty tough. Seeing that, I knew that when Bam Adebayo wasn't on the floor, they was going to struggle. It's not really a whole lot I could say about the game. It's tough, bro, because we've been against the Lakers, and we kind of already know what the outcome of this series is going to be, but that doesn't necessarily mean from game to game. It's pretty scary there. I mean, the way that the Lakers went on their run, man, you get up. So the Heat pretty much played perfect through the 6 minutes. And another real side note, I hate when a team comes out, plays so good, because when the other team comes back and steal the momentum, it's over. It's over. Like when the Lakers came back and then actually covered the first quarter, bro, I turned that shit off. I can't. I don't know. It's tough for me to just watch the game. Like literally, my money going down the drain is tough, man. Obviously, up 23-10, it was real nice for the Heat there. But I mean, Lakers kept chipping away. Obviously, they weren't playing good defense early. They kept letting the Heat open for threes, and they were making them. The Heat were making the shots. Like I said, it was close, 41-42 on until the second quarter. And then the Lakers just went on this insane, like 77-35 run throughout to the middle of the third quarter. It was tough to watch, man. The Heat, I mean, they just got they got the wind taken out of them. They couldn't answer back. I've seen that from them in the Celtics series. Even the Bucks did it, showed for a little while. I mean, when they won the game. But the Heat, one thing they've shown that they're an incredible bounce back team. It throws a whole nother wrench here, Jordan. The fact that Adebayo and Dragic, you could arguably they're two most important players outside of Jimmy Butler, especially on the offensive end. I mean, it's tough, bro. Without those two, with those two being doubtful here, it's almost. I'm not gonna say it's impossible to capture the game, but I mean, I still think it's too many points. But I'm not in a hurry to go bet against the Lakers, especially with all of the narratives. Jordan, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I still like the spot in the first game. That's tough there, Jordan. Like I say, there's the last 4 minutes of that first quarter, they really turned everything, Jordan, where the Lakers started clamping down on defense, and the Heat, they just didn't have a chance for it. They started letting the Lakers get out of fast break points. Bam Adebayo, 2 quick fouls, ticky-tack fouls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The second one was bad.
Bro. I can't believe we bet against the Lakers, bro. I mean, I knew the spot was there for him, but Jordan, we didn't get any help from the refs, bro.
No, yeah. Don't expect that though. I mean, you shouldn't. I don't think we should. We knew that going in. I think that was a given. Yeah. The second Adebayo foul, which took him out at the end of the first quarter, was awful. I don't think that was. I think that was a tough call to make. And then. I mean, you saw it. I mean, like once he went out, it seemed like the Heat just lost like every bit of their like confidence that they had at the beginning of the game. Like, I mean, yeah, and then then you look at that second quarter run. I mean, like the Heat scored 5 points in the last 7.5 minutes of the second quarter. Like, I mean, like you can't. That's not just bad offense and good defense. That's like them just being demoralized. I think from some of those calls earlier in the game. But I mean, I gotta be front. I mean, I gotta come clean on this. Like, I was completely wrong about the Lakers going small and that benefiting the Heat. Now, granted, there were some things working against us. Obviously, Adebayo got hurt in that game, continued to play, but was playing in foul trouble too. But man, like AD was just dominant. Like, and you could tell, like, I mean, he just rim ran all night, and he beat the Heat defense down the court like 5 times for an easy dunk off of a miss from on the other end. I mean, there was just a lot of I was shocked almost how quickly the Lakers squeezed the life out of the Heat in that game. Like, granted, it was a little self-inflicted too, I think, at times. But, man, like, AD was just unstoppable. And now, no Bam. Like, you're telling – I mean, Jay Crowder it was mouse in the house against AD. I don't know if you have anything else to say about that, but I have no idea how the Heat stop AD in this game now without Bam and with Jay Crowder. I mean, Jay Crowder was getting beat off the dribble by AD from the top of the key, if I remember correctly, on one play, and he got in for like a dunk or a layup with his offhand. Like there's no way you're going to be able to contest AD's shots in this game. He got whatever he wanted in game 1. He's probably going to get whatever he wants tonight. I don't blame the sports books for just continuing to pile on here and move this up to double figures now in some instances. Granted, I do think it's too many points, but I thought the 5 were too many points. You know what I mean? So like now it's double that. I still think it's too many points. Doesn't mean it's going to cover, it just means that, the number's right. But the Lakers are in a different planet right now. The Heat have got to get some energy back in this game if they want to stay in this series, because if not, it's going to be a sweep. They are gone. Get the brooms out.
Exactly. Man, I'm going to tell you, and I really do think, and so I had the Heat +5 in game 1 at a couple different spots, and I took the loss on Heat +5. A nice loss is at that. Eric Spoelstra, in my opinion, lost the fucking game for us in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. You take the subs out, you put in Solomon Hill and Derrick Jones Jr. Two players that have barely played. Now I understand you kind of trying to throw a different wrinkle out there. I understand you trying to give them a new look. Bro, you can't. Bro, this shit ran me hot, Jordan. Like, I'm like, bro, is this shit? Is Spoelstra even trying to win, bro? Like, I'm just saying. And I mean, you still have Kelly Olynyk out there, and I'd rather than put
Miles Leonard too.
Jordan. I'd rather than put Haslam out there in all seriousness. At least he has championship experience. I know he's gonna be real slow. He gonna give you some fouls. He gonna give you hustle out there. He gonna guard AD better than Solomon Hill, Derrick Jones Jr. Bro, when I seen them make those, you literally putting power. Yeah. They're a stretch to be a power forward, bro. They're really a 3. You see what I'm saying? You got them out here playing the 5, bro, guarding the Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis. And I'm sorry, bro. They were just absolutely giving up the game, in my opinion. I don't know if it was a narrative they were supposed to throw game 1 or what, but with those substitutions, in my opinion, that's when, because Jordan, that's when everything started going hectic for them. In all seriousness, they still left Jimmy Butler in the game, but once Bam left, I mean, it got crazy, bro. That's when they started going to run, and they never could get back from there. But in my opinion, it's all Spoelstra's fault. You can't make those. You can't make those substitutions, even if you have to do that later into the game. You don't do that early. I'm sorry, Kelly Olynyk. If Bam goes off the bench, Kelly Olynyk has to be the first one as the backup center, bro. Solomon Hill or Derrick Jones Jr. guarding AD is just absolutely horrific, bro. I had to turn it off. I'm going to tell you something, Jordan. The NBA lost a lot of viewers with their first game, man. Obviously with the injuries, but the way that the Heat got blown out, everybody think it's going to be so easy now with the Lakers. It's going to be a 4-0 sweep. I'm looking at the bets this game. I saw there's NFL games that start 2 days from now that have more bets than this game does already. So That's the last thing I got to say. Now, Jordan, we have to admit that one game, it's only one game, whether they lost by 30 or they lost by 1 point. It's only one game. Obviously, what our eyes told us, it's not just one game. The Heat obviously are the shortest team. Obviously, that was remaining in the playoffs in the bubble out of the 4 teams or whatever. Lakers, the tallest team. I don't think that it's just over there, but obviously without Dragic and Bam Adebayo, it's going to be tough there, Jordan. But that's enough of the Lakers get game 1, 116-98. It was pretty crazy. The under came through and hit as well because of a terrible shooting second half there. So the over was looking good in the first half, and then the second half it ended up going under. So if you had that over, I feel for you as well, man. That's tough. But I lost a nice little amount on the Heat, man. I'm talking about I'm still hot behind this shit. shit, bro. I don't even want to bet no NBA right. I'm still hot behind that. But I mean, before the game, it seemed like the right play, Jordan. Today's game, man. Line opened up at 5.5 for the Lakers, man. Up to 9.5, 10. It's up to 10 at Bovada. And if you like the Heat, you might as well wait because I can see 10 if Adebayo and Dragic are listed as doubtful, Jordan. They're not officially out. We know that Dragic most likely with a plantar fasciitis tear. You know, he probably is not gonna play here, even though they say he didn't have a boot on. But Adebayo could possibly give it a go here. We know that he has to give it a go damn near, but might give him a game rest. So what you think about this one, Jordan? You think the line is too? I know it's tough. But we can't be scared, bro. We can't get caught up in the public either with the recency bias. You know what I'm saying? Let's break the game down like we always do. Is taking one game at a time. Heat here plus 9.5. Lakers 9.5 total came down from 218 to 216.5. Jordan, how you looking at this one, my guy?
It's tough, man. Especially with how we saw the Heat kind of crumble to the Lakers defense, and that is not going to change tonight. If there's two things that are going to carry over, the first thing I already said, it's AD, the problem of stopping AD, and then it's the problem of just getting buckets against this Lakers defense, which is just like at this point now without Bam, just astronomically bigger than you. And you said it, man. It starts in the middle. Like who do they play at center? Like they're Olynyk, Myers, Leonard. Is Chris Silva hurt? Like I mean, I know he's short, but at least he's pretty strong. I mean, for a young guy, like there's so many questions about how they're going to slow down the Lakers and stop them from getting in the middle of the paint. And I mean, I want to touch on one thing just to forward over to this game too from game one. And we spent a lot of time talking about the Miami zone. Lakers didn't seem to really have that much problem with it. I think Spoelstra went to it too late. They got dropped 28 points on the Heat defense in 9 minutes of the first quarter. And then he still waited until the end of the second quarter to go zone. But even when they tried it in the second half, even if they try it again now, limited defensively without Bam, they might have to go zone more. The Lakers were still getting the ball to the middle pretty easily and getting either AD easy dunks or getting open looks somewhere else around the perimeter. All of these things I think matter tonight for points wise because the Lakers. I think. And I hate doing teasers. I'm not going to do this, but I wouldn't fault you for teasing this game maybe and teasing down the Lakers a little bit and maybe betting the over or something like that. Because if you're on public side of this and you're betting on the Lakers blowing them out tonight, the better bet would probably be just to lower this total down to around 211, 212 and the spread down, to 5.5 where it opened and do a teaser because there's little in my mind tonight that's going to make me believe that the Heat are going to have the ability to stop the Lakers tonight. Like they didn't show it in game one, even with a pretty good fourth quarter, to be honest. Like they actually looked a little bit better. I went back and watched some of the fourth quarter because I did not watch it live either. Trust me, I was done watching that game by about the third quarter. But I went back and watched some of it, and they did not play that bad. I do think I agree. I think Derek Jones Jr. probably doesn't have a place on the floor in this one, but Solomon Hill's going to have to get minutes. They're going to have to find a way to slow down this Lakers inside game, or it is going to be a blowout tonight. So if you're on that team and you expect the Lakers to drop 120 points again, I can't see the under cashing again, to be honest, in this one. That'd be the only direction I would go in this game if I was betting it. But right now, I think that's just a lean and probably going to stay that way.
Got you. I heard we got my guy here. I heard we got my guy Junior here, Junior Browne. My guy, what's up, bro? You here with us?
What up, my dude? Lost my power, bro. I couldn't get on, but I'm here. I don't know what you guys are talking about because I couldn't obviously watch the beginning of the show, but yeah.
Speak your piece.
A lot to talk about.
It's a vent session. We're like a therapy session in here right now.
All right, so it's funny. Like I got a friend who has just we nickname him Gas. Because he's always getting excited, way too excited about things. And let me tell you something. When it was 25-12, I was the definition of gas. I was like, yo, these boys about to do this. I can't believe it. I was all in. And then, we saw what we saw. First of all, have you guys talked about the fact that the Heat didn't start playing their zone?
Oh yeah,
until they started getting their asses whooped. Like,
bro, you got it on the perfect time because we were.
What the hell is going on there? Like, they didn't start playing their zone until halfway through the second quarter when the Lakers had went on a 25 to listen, bro. Eric Spoelstra. I gave Eric Spoelstra a lot of respect, but that was his first big coaching mistake of the playoffs. You have that zone for a reason. You're not going to use it in the finals until you started getting your ass kicked? Like, what sense does that make, bro? Like, by the time they started using the zone, the Lakers were so hot, it didn't even matter anymore. Everybody was making shots at that point. Like, I don't know. That really pissed me. That pissed me off, bro. And how could you have 3 starters get injured in one game? Like, what kind of voodoo shit is that? The hell's going on there?
I don't even be knowing if these injuries real sometimes, Junior. I really don't. I've seen some shit in the past few finals with Draymond Green going out. You know what I'm saying? Obviously with that when him, I kind of be seeing shit happen with Draymond Green went out with the Warriors, and then the Cavs come back and win the championship or whatever. It just sees some crazy. So Jimmy kind of got, you know what I'm saying? He got banged up too, but he is gonna play. Dragic and Bam, their injuries, I don't know if they're gonna be able to come back from that, Junior. So we know that it's gonna be tough as hell. How do you think the Heat gonna look if Bam? This is what I want to talk about. This I'm gonna ask you first, Jordan. How do you think that that the Heat will look without Bam and Dragic if they're both indeed out?
I mean, they're going to be super small, for one. They're going to have to rely on guys that have not played a whole lot in the last 4 or 5 playoff games. Kendrick Nunn's going to have to revamp that Rookie of the Year campaign that he was running against Ja Morant earlier with all that confidence, because they're going to need him without Dragic first and foremost. Like, that much is a given. And then, like we were talking about before Junior got on the show, I don't know who fills in for Bam. Like, they're going to have to give I don't know. Junior may know the answer. Is Chris Silva injured? Like, is there, like, why did Kelly Olynyk not get off the bench for more minutes yesterday earlier in the game when Bam got into foul trouble? Like, Jay was just talking about how, like, he went Solomon Hill at center. And I mean, I like Solomon Hill. God. I think he does bring something to the series, but it's not working against AD. So, I mean, the personnel issues, they're going to be giving up points in this game. I think their only way they're going to win this game is if they're hitting outside shots, and no Dragic does hurt that a little bit. I mean, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility they keep this within single digits tonight, but for that to happen, they got to get some contributions from somebody who has not given them contributions either at all this playoffs or for a very long time in the playoffs.
Junior, real quick, what was your reaction, bro? I mean, because it was still around the time when they was up 25-12. And they make the first Eric Spoelstra fucking guy here make the first you know what I'm saying, substitutions, and you see Solomon Hill and Derrick Jones Jr. come in. Junior, what was you thinking?
Bro, let me tell you something. It's funny that y'all bring up Solomon Hill. I'm sure both of y'all and most of y'all watching seen He Got Game. Solomon Hill looks like Denzel Washington, Jesus Shuttlesworth's father, and He Got Game with that wig. I need Solomon Hill to go to a barber immediately, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. That's what I was thinking when I seen Solomon Hill. Like, why is Jesus Shuttlesworth's father checking into the NBA Finals right now? He belongs on the bench. I don't have a problem with Derrick Jones, but you saw the turnover that he had during that run. I don't see how his minutes were a net positive. And here's the thing. If they were already playing the whole playoffs and getting like regular minutes, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
But why randomly just out of nowhere be like, you know what, in the NBA Finals, let's see if y'all got like what? Like,
that's the only thing.
Spoelstra was just doing too much. He was doing too much.
He overthought some things for sure.
Yeah. He was doing too much. Like, play your zone, let your guys, like, come on, bro. Just keep it simple. Play your zone. Play the guys and shorten your rotation. Don't make the bench longer. Don't play more guys in the finals. That makes no sense at all, dog. Like, come on, man. I don't know what we were seeing. So I kind of expect him to come out with the zone for pretty much the whole game at this point, right? Like,
but he doesn't have a choice now, does he?
Right. Like they don't have any bodies, and you just got to let Tyler Hero let it fly, and whoever else just let it fly at this point. You don't have any other choice. Just die with no bullets left in the clip, bro. Because like the Lakers are gonna whoop their asses if these guys don't make a high amount of threes. They have to make a ton of threes, bro.
Like a lot, yeah.
Hero like and 20. Duncan Robinson fucking no show. Duncan Robinson. So I know that so it's the finals and it was game 1 and they coming out the last series, and I kind of saw this in my head. I still knew that I still liked the Heat plus the 5. I mean, I still liked them. the Hero and Duncan Robinson, the finals did look like it was too big for them. The spot looked like it was too big. Duncan Robinson had 0 points, bro. He played like 25 minutes, 0 points out there. I'm watching him in that first quarter.
He only took 3 shots.
I mean, but he was rushing them. The shots that he took were not good shots, bro. They were not good threes. You at some point, bro, and this is really with anything in life. When you force it, you're not gonna get good results, bro. It's just not gonna happen, bro. You gotta let the game come to you. Like I said, whether it's in life, anything. When you force things, you're gonna get forced results. So Duncan Robinson, I understand they're trying to chase him off them picks, but some of them threes he making and shooting were not. I mean, Duncan Robinson, a good shooter. They have to get him hot, but you can't be shooting contested threes out there with 5 seconds into the shot clock. Like I say, Tyler Hero wasn't too bad, but his plus minus rating was absolutely terrible on defense. Obviously, they're going to attack him. Like you say, when Jones and Solomon Hill have been playing the whole playoffs, bro, I do not want to see them the first fucking players off the bench, bro. It's that simple. If they get into the game long run, somebody get in foul trouble, I understand that. But you going to them as your pretty much first option off the bench? No, bro, you cannot do that. Not when you have Kelly Olynyk out there. You still got Myers Leonard out there, who, I mean, he's not the great defender, but he's still long arms. He's gonna try to give you some defense. The mentality's there. He tired of cheerleading on the sidelines, bro. You got 2 bigs sitting on the floor, and you decide to go small. Like, you already super small. Then you go even smaller against the tallest team in the league when they still got Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis out there. No, bro, I'm sorry. It's not gonna work, man. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even want them guys out there against Morris. Like you say, shorten the bench, man. Short. I don't want to see Hill or Jones Jr. Well, maybe Hill. Jones Jr., his ass better not get back in the game, bro. I'm sorry. Because he's in there pretty much for all defense, and you need offense right now. You need two-way players, you know what I'm saying, out there right now. So I told Jordan this, Jr., I'll rather see Udonis Haslam come off the damn bench, man, before I see one of those guys. At least he's going to give you some championship mentality. He's going to give you 5-6 fouls out there in the first half. Give me Haslam or somebody, bro. They just got to do something different. One thing I have to say, guys, it's only one game and we can't overreact. That's what a lot of people do, overreact. Oh, Lakers, 9.5-10, easy. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have the final injury report yet. The Heat, they still don't come to play. Been one of the best teams off of a loss this year, especially here in the bubble. They're gonna have a new look today. Might have I would move Nunn back into the starting lineup as well. He looked good last game. Yeah. 18 points in 20 minutes. I know it's kind of garbage time, but he looked like he might be ready. Obviously, if Dragic is out, you're gonna have to move Nunn back at the starting point guard. I don't not Hero. I don't want to see him at the starting point guard, even though Butler was basically the starting point guard. Jordan, what you got to say? Anything else you had to say about this, my guy? What you think? Look on the total.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I leaned over in the first game, and like we were talking about that first quarter where they were just cruising both teams offensively. I was like, this is going to be easy money. I figured this would kind of be open up to be a hot shooting series, and then would kind of calm down. The defense would start to pick up, but I mean, the Lakers defense just kind of, like I said, choked out the Heat as soon as the Heat started showing a little bit of a weariness in that game. I still kind of lean the over just because I think, like we talked about, like the Heat going small, they're going to have to jack up like 43s tonight. There's absolutely no way they have a chance at winning this game unless they shoot a ton of threes and they turn into basically the small ball Eastern Conference version of the Houston Rockets right now, because they have no chance otherwise. So, I mean, like that leads me to believe that if they're making those shots, or even if they're missing, the Lakers are going to score a ton of points. They're going to get a bunch of runouts and dunks like they were in game one. So there's points off fast break right there. If the game's a blowout, that likely is going to lead to more points too. Other than, I mean, like we saw this game one kind of tripped up to that one. So I think the total I lean over. One thing I do want to mention too, I completely agree with you guys. I used to kind of give Myers Leonard a lot of crap. I love him to death, University of Illinois guy, but he's like actually beefed up a little bit over the last year or two. He's gotten pretty strong. He used to be kind of like just like a 7-foot lanky guy that could shoot, and now he's actually got some like rebounding and defense in his game. Like, you're right, he's got to get some minutes tonight. He's your tallest dude, and I mean, Olynyk had I think 2 pretty nice blocks on AD yesterday once he finally got in the game. If he doesn't play 35 minutes tonight, also the Heat have no chance, because you got to get whoever the big is guarding him away from the basket if you want a chance to kind of get some of these rebounds off these long misses. So assuming that happens, I lean over. Steve's been going in the wrong direction, though, so it's not something I'm willing to admit. Granted, I think that's more so because of the injury report, not so much that people are betting for the game to be lower scoring. But I still think we could see some points tonight, especially if the game's a blowout, because I mean, if the Heat are scoring 120 points again, I think that's going to – or excuse me, the Lakers are scoring 120 points again or close to it. I can't see the Heat falling under 100 again if they're shooting a bunch of threes.
What you think, Junior? The quotes I wrote, the quotes that I read, Junior, was that they know that they got to focus on defense. The Heat, when they came out and had a terrible offensive play, then it's like on defense they act like they didn't know what to do. Junior, what you think, that he gonna clamp down on defense tonight?
Listen, the Lakers are going to clamp down on defense. I think that I realized by watching that game that, I mean, I know that the Lakers are good defense because they're third overall in defense, but that part of their game kind of doesn't even get enough credit because they kind of lock these guys down. I just really think that if the Heat have any chance of winning this game, they got to attempt somewhere between 40 and 45 threes. The 35 threes that they attempted in game one is just not enough. They're Listen, at the end of the day, it's funny. I've been trying to think all day since last game, because I was kind of in shock when I was watching the game in the sense that I don't usually turn off a basketball game in like the middle of the game. But I don't know about you guys, but I didn't even watch the whole game. Like at one point, I was just like, Eric Spoelstra literally has lost his goddamn mind. Like, if I knew that this was the game plan, there's no way that I would have been taking the points with Miami. Like, how could any of us have known that he's going to start playing guys that have no business on the floor in the NBA Finals? So obviously he's going to have to come up with a new formula for Game 2. I'm kind of worried about that because what's the formula for stopping what we saw in Game 1? Mm-hmm. The only thing that I can say is that I can't see the Lakers being that hot from three. Like even Caruso's like making threes. Like, come on, bro, settle down. Like, everybody was making threes for the Lakers. They shot like 40% from three. So if the Lakers are going to shoot above 35% from three for the series, it's probably only going to be 4 games. The Heat's going to have to really, really step up their three-point defense because at the end of the day, the Lakers attempted and made more threes than the Heat, who are the third best or second best, I think, three-point shooting team in the league in terms of percentage. So just imagine that. And in my opinion, and I think you guys tell me if I'm wrong, that has a lot to do with the people he put on the floor. Solomon Hill can make threes, but he's not a shooter. Jared Jones Jr. is definitely not a fucking. Sorry, I almost swore. He's definitely not a goddamn shooter. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Play guys that can do what you need to get done to win. And please don't think I know even 1/1000th of what Eric Spoelstra knows about basketball, but that's what pisses me off. He's one of the best coaches in the NBA doing dumb shit. Sorry, mm-hmm. I'm swearing. That game, I haven't been mad watching a basketball game in a long time, bro.
Trust me when I tell you they have to play 3 guards basically all night tonight. I don't see them getting away from that. Like you have to have Robinson, Hero, and either Butler on the floor or none, like at all times. Like they might even have lineups where all 4 of those guys play tonight because they just have to find shooting.
Got you. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, man, what happens. Maybe Bam Adebayo gives it a go. Dragic, I would pretty much bank on him not playing, even if he comes back later in the series. I mean, honestly, what I want to happen, guys, I want the Lakers to win by another 10, 15 points. So that way we'll get maybe the same line the next game or something. And, you know what I'm saying, it'll give us some value to come back on the Heat. The main thing that scares me, and it's the last thing I'll say about this game, the Lakers are one of the biggest teams in the league at getting complacent. We're thinking that shit's going to be too easy or whatever. After they have a good game, they don't have the same motivation coming in the next game. LeBron already had to tell the bench, hey, this game ain't even over. Y'all celebrating like we already run the finals and stuff. So the Lakers, one of the main teams that if they're not coming in motivated with their head all the way focused or thinking shit's going to be too easy, we've seen teams, big and bad teams, play another team without their stars or a couple of their stars, and they kind of excel a little bit. Oh, things going to be easy. You land a shitload of points, man. That's the only thing I got to say. We're probably the most complacent team in the NBA. Jordan, any closing thoughts on this one, my guy? And if you any leans or any total first half, anything, my guy. If you had a free bet, what would your bet be?
Yeah, I think you wrapped it up pretty nicely, man. I think if I had a free bet on this game, I would probably pull a page out of the Junior Browne book and probably take 3.5, 4 points with the Heat in the first quarter because the spread's gotten too much. If the Heat come out, nothing to lose, making some shots early, like you said, maybe the Lakers come out a little complacent in the first quarter. I'd say that would be the only bet I'd be willing to fire at here in this one. The other ones, I think I'm a little too scared of right now.
Got you. Junior, what you thinking, my guy? Any leans, any official plays? And if you had a free bet, what would it be, my guy?
There's one thing I know about Jordan. He's a smart man because that's exactly what I'm thinking. Heat first quarter. That's the only piece of value I could see in this game. We're all just trying to find spots, right? And I think that's just kind of the spot. There's a couple books that have it at plus 3.5 and minus 105, so it's good value on the juice right there. So yeah, that's my play. Heat first quarter plus 3.5 for sure. Only because if they're not able to stay within, more than one possession in the first quarter, it's going to get ugly. I mean, real fast. So they got to just come out firing. And like you guys mentioned, like you asked me, Jay, do I think that they're going to come out with defense in the first quarter? They better,
Yeah.
or else,
Oh yeah.
The Lakers are going to be doing them goofy dances on the bench because there's going to be a lot of dunking on the court, a lot of threes. But the Lakers, I think their shooting just has to it has to level out a little bit. I don't think they're going to keep making that many threes. I think the Heat are going to do a better job of running people off the 3-point line in this game.
Got you. And we know they got to limit the fast breaks as well. Maybe see a little bit more zone. It'll really be interesting for me, man. That's why I'm not. I mean, I had touched the spread. I probably won't make a bet on this game just because I don't have to. But if I had to make a bet on this game, I would probably lean towards the under here. Without Dragic and Bam Adebayo, I know that they're gonna. I know that the defense is gonna get better without Dragic, but Bam Adebayo, the defense is gonna hurt. But I think they're gonna lose a lot on the offensive end as well. What he likes to do with the pick and roll. Just, I'm saying, lobs, everything. I'm leaning towards the under in this one. I mean, we don't even know for a fact. So I always tell you guys, check the injury reports. It's only one game today. The line could move either way. But Bam Adebayo, I think there's actually a chance that he might play here. So Dragic, you can almost guarantee he's out. Probably give him a game off. He come back game 3. Bam Adebayo is actually a chance that he'll play. Jimmy Butler say he's playing for sure. But be interesting to see if they lose this game. I can't say, depending on how this game will look, I'll probably be on Heat game 3 one more time, man. One more time. So we'll see what happens tonight. If they get Tony blown, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Heat win tonight. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. With this Lakers team, wouldn't be a bit surprised, man. I'm telling you guys, they only come out when they're motivated. Think shit too easy already, man. So if I had a free play on it, it would be on the under. My guys over there liking the Heat plus the points in the first quarter. Could get plus 3.5, minus 105. You wait. If Bam Adebayo and Dragic are indeed out, this line's going up to 11.5. I feel like at least 11. I feel like if they are for sure out, it's gonna be a bunch of late money coming on the Lakers, all that teasers, money line parlays, all that, man. So watch the line, man. It's what I do all day. Check for injuries as well. We know the Heat are a deep team, so be interested to see if they come back with that same fight, man. We'll see what Spoelstra bring back to tonight. We will have a show tomorrow. Obviously, the game 3 is on Sunday. We don't have shows on Sunday, so we're gonna go ahead and do it tomorrow. Me and my guy Jordan. So y'all make sure you come and check us out tomorrow. Hit the like button and subscribe. Positive vibes only. Positive energy. If you can, man. You come to the chat with negativity. Why are you here, man? You don't want to give us no bad vibes on the picks, man. It's all positive vibes over here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out our articles, man. We appreciate all y'all for tuning in, and come back tomorrow and holler us for the Saturday show. Appreciate you for tuning in. Jam with J Money.